Hold on. What the hell? Hold on. What's good, family? Make sure to check out the official Passport Bros merch store.
We have a problem with is, black women as a reason to go over to take advantage of women who are not financially stable. You go over here to find somebody who's going to treat you like a king.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right, family, we are live. Welcome to another show. It is your man BMT in the building, and I got a hell of a guest today. Guy that's always dropping bars. My man, obstacles to opportunities. We're going to be discussing why just P Diddy or Puff Daddy. We used to call him Puff Daddy. Why he just didn't get the hell on? Like, why is he still in the States? Kind of speaking from a Passport Bros perspective. Now, we had a show earlier this week about this, and it was a pretty good show actually, but I want to revisit this subject at hand because it seems like a pretty big news going on in the States right now. So I want to go ahead and welcome to my show my man, Obstacles and Opportunities, better known now as O2O. Is that what we're going at with it now?
Yeah, that's cool. You could call me Sean, Puffy Combs, Diddy, all that other stuff. You get me? I got a couple of names.
Okay.
O2O is good.
That's what's up, man. That is what's up, man. You always on the show, like I say, dropping bars, giving us, real talk, coming from your perspective. But just tell us a little bit about yourself and your channel before we get started.
Oh, okay, cool. Shout outs to everybody here. First of all, I'm saying Passport Bros up, Passport Elites, and shout outs to the Passport app.
Go get for sure.
For sure. Don't forget that app. But hey, my show, Obstacles, Opportunities, is basically a show about financial literacy. So we do talk about things like just basic traditional investments, whether that's got to do with the stock market or whether it's got to do with real estate. But mostly before that, I do with a lot of mindset, helping people get out of their victim mindset. And so throughout the show, I have different types of, series or playlists from Investment Audit, where I sit down and have a real conversation with people one-on-one about investments. Just a friendly conversation, though. Kind of seeing what they know about it and what they learn about it. And the guests on the show end up getting a little bit of money so they can open up their first account. And so it's kind of like the financial audit, but we specifically talk about investments. And so I got that, plus the other content on Everyone Hates Tesla. So I really talk about Tesla company as a whole and everything related to Elon Musk, and I cover that. And that's basically Obstacles to Opportunity. The show's about turning your obstacles into opportunity instead of taking the narrative that you're a victim and you can't do for yourself because X, Y, and Z.
Okay, so when you say like victim, are you pretty much talking about the narrative that some black people feel like, because of slavery and Jim Crow, that we don't have opportunities?
I would say that expands to everybody. I'm more so not like pro-black. I'm just a pro mindset and covenant. So it's about your character of your content. So net, everybody walks around with different types of reasons why they can't X, Y, and Z. And so net, that also extends to Caucasians. It also extends to Asians. The guy that I had on my show, he was Asian, but his mom always told him, look at those white folks over there and look what they're doing. And you can't do this and you can't do that. And da-da-da-da-da. And he had that same type of mindset. And he was Asian, living in New Zealand. And so it's a victim mindset that anybody can have, regardless of their race, because white people can have it too.
Okay, excellent. And so you've been traveling for quite some time, right? You ex-military, been traveling around the world.
Yeah. About I'm gonna say about 17 years. I've been living overseas, almost 2 decades now. Yeah.
Oh, so you've been living overseas for 2 years. Like, you never even went back to the States or anything like that for the most part.
No, maybe like touch bases with the family, but Nah, I had a quick gig that I worked at Washington D.C. at the FBI over there at J. Edgar Hoover. I did that for a bit, and then I was like, I got to go back overseas. Bump this.
And you chose, we had a show yesterday with my man Flight Madness. Shout out my man Flight Madness. We had a show yesterday about, what we thought was one of the better countries for passport bros.
Yeah.
Did you want to chime in there? Like, what's your opinion? Everybody's different. Everybody had their own reasons. But, I guess we were trying to weigh out the plus and minuses of each and every country. Like, for example, we all know that in South America and the Caribbean, it can be a little bit more dangerous, where it's a little bit more safer in Asian and Euro countries. At the same time, if you in a situation like Flight Danny Madness, who you in the club and some women up on you, and the local men don't want black men, or foreigners so-called dealing with their women, you might get into some edgy situations that way, versus you being in South America and the Caribbean and everything, and you being around more melanated Afro people. They might not have, or even in Africa, they might not have the same issues when they see you with they so-called women, because you guys look alike.
Yeah.
These are certain things that a lot of guys don't really think about until they're overseas to a certain degree. With the marketing of the passport bros, people just thinking I can just hop on a plane, hop out somewhere, and I'm gonna get women just running at me because I'm American. Like, we kind of trying to dispel that to a certain degree. It used to be like that. Not so much.
Yeah. Especially unless you crack and open a country and foreigners ain't there like that, then yeah. But I know places like Bishkek, and that's Kyrgyzstan. Nah, that place is kind of different. Those agents be scrapping, but for the most part, other agents don't scrap like that. And so they're like, violence can come in their face, and they're like, "Leave me alone, please. Don't do this." But in Kyrgyzstan, those people don't play. They throw.
Well, where the hell is Kyrgyzstan? I've never heard that country before.
It's Bishkek, Kazakhstan, and Kyrgyzstan. They're like right next to each other. Central Asia. Bishkek.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where the one where he was talking about he was having a scrap. It's Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan. They're right next to each other.
Mm-hmm. So in your opinion,
So my opinion, I mean, it all depends. Guys like racially ambiguous big booty broads. We know that. So they're gonna be down there in South America. I said that before.
I tell y'all, he be dropping bars, man.
So I can't convince y'all nothing. Y'all think the Linglings don't got it. So I think some countries like Paraguay, definitely exclusive, hidden gem. I lived there for about a year. I loved it. It's real chill. They were rated the most happiest people in the world. 1 year, I think it was like back in 2022. But great place. And man, people is outside out there. Now, if you go to a place like, I prefer a place like Thailand for myself, just because I've been here and how the people are and the cost of living. And then, of course, I feel like it's Grand Theft Auto. You can go shoot guns. You can go ride an elephant. You can go dirt bike, four-wheeling, jet ski, scuba diving, snorkeling, all on one beach. And so, a lot of places aren't like that, though. You go to the beach and people are just sitting there like alligators and just laying in the sun, versus all the activities and all the different types of things you can do in a place like Thailand. So that's why I like it mostly, because I'm still outdoors. I'm not a guy who will be in restaurants with his legs crossed, sipping on scones and biscuits. I'm like, nah, let's get active. I play tennis, I golf, I do all of it. And it's all within 20-minute walking distance, all here and where I live in Thailand. So I love it.
Nice, man. Got a lot of time. Let me catch up with some of these my guys in the chat. I want to give a shout out to the Real CP show. Always showing love, which is great, since there are some that bring up the past and have their hands out. Okay. Kevin Rome's always in the building. He's also on the app. Shout out to my man Kevin Rome's in the building. All right. And we got who else? Official EJ Wade on the show right now. All right. So everybody's in. I know it's football Sunday, guys, mostly, watching they sports, but the real football game comes on the night, fellas. That's the Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. So, that's the real football game. Everybody else is just a bunch of, losers and suckers playing right now. Cowboys and the Giants and, the San Francisco 49ers,
Ravens.
the Ravens, they running ass quarterback, can't throw the ball, can't score the ball for nothing in the world, can't get in the end zone. Hey, one thing about my man, though, he definitely controlled that clock with all that damn running, though. I will say that, man. But let's not get too much off subject, let's get back to the subject at hand, man. We're talking about my man P. Diddy right now, coming from a Passport Bros perspective. We're just trying to figure out, why did he stay and try to go through the American judicial system? Like, why did he, because the charges is still kind of confusing, but we know that from history that the Mann Act was created because of Jack Dorsey, very successful black boxer who was, knocking dudes out left and right. And he had a thing for the snow bunnies. So, they felt a certain type of way about, him having huge amounts of success and, taking women state to state. And that's when they came up with pretty much the Mann Act. Now, the Mann Act was adapted later on down the line in like the 60s and 70s when it came to all the pimping that was going on in the 70s with some of the pimps and some of them, traveling to different states, going from DC to New York and Detroit and Atlanta and, Miami, taking, girls from state lines. That was a reason they adjusted that Mann Act in like the 70s, 60s and 70s as well. But that's what's kind of they're leveraging against Diddy currently right now. It's real strange, man, because most of the people, all of them were consenting adults, right? But they're saying that since he hired workers and transported them to a different state, that could consider to be, I guess you want to say, sex trafficking. What you think about all that? I know I dropped a lot on you, 020, but what you think about? What's your thoughts about that?
Man, as I said, stay frosty, right? You're not a high value man, you're a high value target. Shout outs to CGA. You got to stay frosty and just be.
Oh, not Jack Dorsey. I'm sorry, Jack Johnson, guys. Jack Johnson. Y'all appreciate that correction. Jack Dorsey is the Twitter guy. Jack Johnson.
Okay, bad. Yeah. No, you got to stay frosty, man. Like you said, these rules are out here. People are switching it up. And all of a sudden, especially when you deal with people who have money, all of a sudden they're not considered adults. They're not free. They have no rights, allegedly. And so they're like, oh, man, I was forced into a bind. I'm in the bind, Nate. And it's like, nah, you're consenting adults. And quite honestly, we don't know if you actually did it because you wanted to also. But then everybody has a choice. But, you would kind of see that kind of fade out when we saw Me Too come around, in my opinion. I saw like, okay, this is what it is now, right? Like people could make a choice to do the casting couch and then decide later that, hey, man, I wanted the job. So basically I did it. It's like, well, you could have walked away. So net, I was like, okay, I see what you guys are doing now. So unfortunately, Diddy got himself in a situation, an entanglement for sure. But why he didn't leave? That's the real question.
Right. Exactly. And what's funny style, man, is when you see like grown ass men saying that Diddy coerced them and everything. I'm just sitting here like, how did that happen? Like they saying are they trying to claims that he drugged them, or it's just real weird? The 1,000 bottles of baby oil. It's like, bro, why did you sit around for? He knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. It was coming. His lawyers had to have told him that, hey, they're filing this, they're filing that. When Russell was about to get hit with the Me Too movement, he just went to Bali.
Going like Donkey Kong.
And it's like, that's it. He's out. So I just don't understand why Puffy sat around for that.
I don't know. Maybe they convinced him like, yeah, we got you. We got your back, man. You know what I'm saying? We got you. We going to litigate this. And definitely, because it's definitely going to be running up the bill for sure. But that misses me. Plus, I don't know. Maybe he's like, yo, look, bro, I'm standing on this. I ain't guilty. So let's fight it. Because anybody else, man, been Audi 3000, Andre 3000, that would have been Audi.
In America, especially as a black man, the court of public opinion matters so much. Like just the especially in this day and age with the Me Too thing and how the judicial system is, really profit run system to a certain degree. Lawyers, bonds, you know, it's just I'm like, bro, with a certain temperature, you should have known. Looking at I guess you want to say classmen to a certain degree. People like R. Kelly. You see what they did to America's dad, Bill Cosby.
Yeah. Didn't
You
he get
know,
out too?
yeah, because and Bill Cosby technically should have countersued all of them. I don't know if he did or not, but what they did to him
But
was
that was
totally illegal.
no series, nobody's backtracking. So just like walked out, no story coverage.
Somebody said fighting that T-Mac says fighting the case would deplete that $1 billion. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I mean, we definitely saw what 50 had said that, you know, he was kind of rubbing people the wrong way, rubbing some of the liquor guys, the liquor barons the wrong way. You know, because to me, it just seemed like you can pay, you know how you can pay a publicist, right? You can pay a publicist however amount of money a month to, you know, become hot in the social media space. To me, it seems like you can do the same thing if you want to damage somebody's, you know, character or whatnot. You know, like somebody could actually pay TMZ and all these corporations, these companies money to pretty much, you know, damage the character. Because when you think about it, it's just like, all right, what did Diddy really do? He's weird. He's a weirdo. You know, he's a sexual deviant, like most rich men are. But what did he really do?
Slow down. Slow down.
Right.
Don't be calling us sexual deviants. But no, I was saying, yeah, at the end of the day, man, I definitely think that the temperature's already like that. You get like you should already know the way it is, especially around sexuality, anything. People be bugging out, and definitely they can make a claim for anything. And you're going to be ostracized if it's not a traditional marriage to one woman and you were faithful and didn't do anything for your whole entire life. And even still, you might get hit with emotional abuse or something, or psychological or spiritual abuse.
Hold on, let's
So
say he
it's
got
really
out.
hard.
Hold on, let's say he got out with new allegations. Hold on, let me see if Diddy got out.
Oh, okay, that's what he's saying. Diddy got out. Well, innocent until proven guilty. That's how I roll. I don't know the case that much, but dude's innocent until proven guilty.
That's what they say. But you know, bro.
The public opinion, the lynch mob is real. You know, he's already convicted 8 times already. But
I don't see anything about him getting out. Man, if I was a man of means such as a Diddy, I wouldn't even really deal with relations in the States right now. Like I wouldn't even, you know. And the funny thing is, I could definitely tell, but he just don't like. Even though he's super successful and has all that money, you know, he. You say he didn't get out?
No. I mean, like, yeah, he ain't get out like outside of his bubble, like get outside of America and open up his eyes. Really.
Dating that little, what's her name? The little city chick, the little chick from Atlanta and shit. I'm like, bro, what you messing with that little hood rat for, bro? Like, come on, man. You know, like, have some class about your goddamn self. Like, look at, I've been looking at these chicks' baby daddies and shit, and they little ex-boyfriends, you know, from social media. I'm like, oh, you messing with that type of dude? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't even want to even. Maybe I'm a different type of guy, but I'm like, bro, I don't even. I look at a woman's sexual past to a certain degree and who she was dealing with. And if I see a dude with 150 tattoos on his face and 6 felons, you know what I'm saying? And she had a baby with him, and I got to be a billionaire to date you after that. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, yeah, that's talk about fair trade, right?
Yeah, man. It's like, to be honest with you, man, Diddy, like a lot of things in hip hop, he wasn't the guy that promoted a lot of gangster violence. So that was cool. But he definitely promoted a lot of materialism. Like to him and Jay promoted a hella materialism and shit, right? All these fancy ass videos, I got all this money and everything. And when you kind of co-sign little hood rats like Carisha and all that, the little city girl joint, you co-sign them and they're dating a billionaire, you just makes things worse. Because now you got hood rats thinking that they can get billionaires and shit. Like, come on, Puff. Like, that's just, it just seemed like a lot of guys be moving
That's the key.
left. Yeah, they be like, you can't equate. As a matter of fact, I forgot who told me this, but he said, man, you can judge a lot from a man by what he does for a living. It was something like what he do and the type of woman he chooses. Something along those lines. I'm not saying it word from word, but it's like you see. For example, I had a friend of mine. He was cool, right, and really like kind of like laid back type of guy, but he would date hood rats. And I'd be like, bro, I'm looking at you a little differently now. Like I expected you to kind of date like a woman, on your level or something, just kind of like laid back or smart, or you ain't not necessarily have a college degree, but just not trash. But he like women with tattoos and wigs. And I'm talking about tats all over the body. And I'll just be like, bro, that's what you like, man. And of course, it would never work out. I'm just like, bro, maybe you choosing the wrong type of females, dog. Yeah, the city girl. See, this case of the century. Y'all think it's the case of the century? I don't think it's. Yeah. I don't think it's that goddamn serious. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Puffy is a legend. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, he conquered the music game, conquered the fashion game, he conquered the liquor game. Like, every game he's went into something, he's pretty much been successful at, and that's hard to mimic. I haven't seen anybody else do no shit like that, black or white. I haven't seen it. Like, his marketing is amazing. We will say that. And that Sean John line was good. I don't know what happened to Sean John, but Sean John was dope. You used to have some Sean John back in the day.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. I would say whatchamacallit, Ye definitely did. But Ye even said he learned from, Puff Daddy or Sean Combs or P. Diddy Combs. So
Ye was just too outlandish for me, man. I couldn't get with Ye clothes.
Yeah, but that's you. But it was the #1 Google search clothes in the world. So the fashion brand speaks for itself.
Oh, no. I'm definitely saying I can tell it's going to be successful. I just know that it's just like, I've never, it's outlandish. It's, kind of fruity and shit. Like, Sean John had like a kind of like a class to it to a certain degree. The clothes were like well did. The jeans were nice and heavy. The shirts was dope. I used to have a whole bunch of little Sean John outfits, man. But shit, I don't even know what happened to all
whole brand. So it's different from the apparel, from the shoes.
But you know what? When you think about it, I don't know how old you are, O2O. I'm assuming you're around like, my age, late 30s, early 40s. But what happened to all them black clothing lines? You remember all the black clothing lines used to rock? Mecca and I think they black. Maybe they not. Carl Kanai. What was the other one? Supreme,
Fubu, etc. Yeah, they just didn't survive.
That's crazy. Somebody said, that velour shoe. Yeah. And I never had the Sean John suit, man. I never had that.
Yeah, the whole piece.
The case would be bigger than OJ. I don't know, guys. Y'all think it's that damn big? I mean, that was murder. You know what I'm saying? Well, not allegedly. That was something else. But we just kind of dealing with this is like some Bill Cosby type shit we got going on here with Diddy. Oh yeah, I remember Iceberg, but Iceberg was like a French or something clothing line or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is true. Now that is true. I be forgetting about the tapes. I be forgetting. They said in them tapes, Diddy was collecting blackmail evidence on the industry, trying to lock it down. I believe he was put up to it. He's a front man for the ruling elite and the economic hitman. But that recording people, that's crazy. That is crazy, bro. Yeah, I remember Fat Form, Shane. I never wore Fat Form though. Oh yeah, I said people stepping down, people. It might be an end of an era. I mean, Puffy had his hands in a lot of things. He was dealing with a lot of people, bro. He's not the normal, human being really with just a 9 to 5 or something. He had a lot of little positions and power. Jerry Boney said, "You think this is a warning for all black men?" Yeah. You think so? O2O?
Or what? A warning for all black men? Well,
Yeah.
I don't really think in those constructs too much, but I think it's just a warning period. Anybody can make an observation and say they don't want to get jammed like that. So you just got to be frosty, period, across the board. Remember, we were just talking offline about the Asian guy getting jammed up. So you can get jammed up regardless. You can get that work. Like, people always looking for an opportunity, an edge up, and it's like people get the message. The play is if I'm a shorty or even like whoever, and I'm around you, I could sell a story. I could write a book. I can go good. Like, my life ain't worth nothing. Like, I might have a 9 to 5er, might be working at Subway, but if I could have a baby by X, Y, and Z, I'll be all right for the next couple of times. Yeah. Like, Brittany Renner could walk into a goddamn, an event with a bunch of, dudes that are about to go into the league, and they're like raving, like, "Oh, it's Brittany Jenner," and like, who is she though in the grand scheme of things? She's just been hooked up with a guy, and so that's the play. People know that, and they're gonna run that play.
That's facts. That's facts.
It pays to run the play, like tell all book. Like I can't even think of any great man who had a wife or a side piece and a ting that did not write a book afterwards. Like, even on Bill Gates level, Elon Musk level, like, there are things still write a book, like Tell All, Inside the Mind, in the Bed of a Billionaire. Like, here we go.
Yeah, that's true. That's got to be crazy, man, because when you think about it, it's like, damn, money truly doesn't buy love. You know what I mean? Because if it did, all these dudes that are so wealthy would still be married.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That definitely dope.
To me, that's amazing. I still see that video. I think Coach Greg Adams shot Coach Greg Adams when he showed that video.
Which one?
Huh?
Which video?
I would have been so pissed when Jeff Bezos' girlfriend or fiance,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Man, he played it off. Jeff played it off good, like he ignored it. But I'm just seeing her like,
Jeff was hitting the gym. He been hitting weights. He got himself in shape. Didn't matter,
bro.
That height came through, and it was like, and plus, he's got a different type of status to him.
Yeah. You know how I would have played it though? I would have played it. Well, if I'm at that level of wealth, I would have got rid of her. But if I'm just like stupid in love with her and I don't want to get rid of her, I would have had like 6-7 hookers just show up to the crib or something like that, bikinis.
Then you would have got Diddy after that. Like, they would have been like, how they get there?
Oh yeah, but still, just to get up under her skin, I would have pulled some little crazy move just to make it. You know what I mean? Like, she was obviously into Homeboy heavy. She's in Homeboy heavy, man.
You gotta let that go.
That shit's crazy, bro. Women, something else, man. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. Got to love them.
Gotta accept them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn them and accept them and just roll with it. You'll be all right.
I think Leonardo was kind of like, whatever with it though. He played it out. Everybody played it out smooth.
She was too old for him anyways. He got his, things and his, requirements. So she was definitely not qualified.
Yeah. He understands female nature very well.
Yeah, he's moving okay up until this point. Knock on wood. Shout out to Leonardo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, most definitely. Somebody said, women collectively look for a come up. We look for love. Women look for love. It's just the issue is they're looking for love at a certain point in their lives. And usually that's when they're younger. Main issue is men are trying to date women that's already gone, bro. They already They're already gone. They already gone, bro.
You remember most people getting divorced, so even the guys who think they got the right ones got the wrong one. So
that too, it's like a damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because if you get them too early, and it's like I knew a chick. This chick was from San Diego, and she had been married already 20-something years, 15, 20 years, something like that. No, yeah, like almost 15 fucking years, bro. And she just broke bad. She just broke bad. She was a good woman, good girl. Yeah, she was married, but her husband, this is the thing, man. Her husband had a job where he was flying out a lot because he worked for a private jet company. So he was constantly going, and she started going out, being bored. The kids were getting older. She would start going out, and she started messing around, and she just wanted to go through her little slut phase. So she divorced and tore up the family, and just because she wanted to have fun, basically, because she was bored.
I always say, man, God's been trying to tell you men for the longest. Can't trust these shorties, but y'all want to listen to God, so y'all ain't gonna listen to me.
Right.
Accept them for who they are, man. I'm not even saying I'm not salty. My life is good, but you guys are just gonna have to rock with them, and then you see what they do. So believe their actions, not their words. That's it.
Facts.
And don't do what Diddy did. Don't fly him in.
That's crazy. Yeah.
My man don't have freak offs neither.
Don't have what now?
Freak offs, freak nicks. What was it called?
Oh, he was saying
allegedly.
Bro, I've never heard this type of language in like a media circle like that. Right? You know what I mean? Like freak offs, all these little words. I'd be like, damn, why they come up with all these terms now for him?
Yeah, what was it called? What was that thing's called? Freak nicks. That's the only thing. That's back in the day, though. I ain't heard those things in eons. But freak offs? I'm like, come on, man. But here we go.
Right.
Once the media start repeating a message and all saying the same thing, you gotta be like, okay.
Right. Like, and my whole thing was, I was just like, when they raided the home, they talking about 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Why was that even reported? Because when you think about 1,000 bottles of baby oil, that could have been literally 2 cases of baby oil somewhere in the garage somewhere. You see what I'm saying? That could have been like a case of
some crazy stuff.
Right. We don't know if he is sponsoring them. We don't know what the fuck Diddy got going on. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of baby oil.
He could have been FBA, Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon. He could have been fulfilling Amazon orders.
Yeah, and then I think he got like 20, 30 people with him. We don't know what's going on with my man. It's like we really don't know what's going on with him. But it could have been literally in a couple of cases of boxes in the garage somewhere. And they just like, yeah, we can find no drugs or no guns. So let's just say he had 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Yep. That's the best. Yeah, right? That's the best. No handcuffs, no nothing, just baby oil. Oh, okay, calm.
My man T-Mac says, my Colombian baby mama definitely got a temporary come up. However, taking care of a child there is much more economical than the U.S. I told her that the check is only temporary until age 18. That check is better than a job, though. When you think about it, that's an 18-year contract. 18 years. I mean, how many people work a job for 18 years?
Bro, I've been telling dudes, man, the best investors is women. Because they be goddamn getting 18-year contracts and alimony just based off of love. Like, god dang. Like, Rihanna won't even marry ASAP Rocky because she like, heck no. She protecting her money. She like a negative. Ain't no upside.
So, what about that chick? What's her name? The real pretty red bone, tall, slim. Drea.
I don't know her.
Let me pull a picture of Drea. Drea, she she be getting them, bro.
Shoot, Kanye, he paid Kim and she richer. Like,
I can't find her ass. Oh, where's that bitch? It must be
you're shorty a billionaire and you not, and you pay her child support. Talk about it. Like that's that's interesting.
Yeah. I could swear Kanye had more money than Kim.
No, not at the time. He had lost it after the,
after the Adidas thing.
Yeah.
There's NBA player. I forgot the little dude name. I could swear her name was Drea. Hey, what's the? Okay, there you go. Oh, Drea. I spelled it wrong. It's Drea. She already like she got a little age on her. But you can't be mad at these women for playing these games, man. If a young man's family don't prep him for that type of stuff, then that's kind of on her. That's kind of on them. Homeboy ain't got no guidance. Old enough to be his damn mama. She got his ass though. She got his ass.
Yeah.
Probably don't even. She don't even wet up like that no more. About to go through menopause in like a year or two. Look at her. He just just young and dumb. I got me a classy woman, bro. Please. When you got dudes bragging on podcasts on what they did to your woman, man, that's a problem. Other bad, like, you know what I'm saying? T-Max, his baby oil was to negative bias his character. Drew says they reported that to embarrass and sway opinions to sex trafficking and transporting prostitution. All right, shout out to my man. Hold on, let me catch Kevin Rollins real quick. Easy answer, because no one's traveling to deal with them. Even the ones in their own country don't deal with them. What you talking about, Kevin? Who we talking about? What you talking about? All right. Shout out my man T Mac in the building. Says BMT. I just want you to know, if you come up and on a video, that we got your back and we are riding for you, brother. Bali and Vietnam are nice with no extradition. Hey, I didn't know Puffy, none of his team. Now, I knew a few people in the industry, but I don't know nobody that worked from Bad Boy. I knew the Ludacris and T.I. and all them, like more of Atlanta. So I don't know nothing about what's going on with P. Diddy. Most thing I ever did with P. Diddy, I used to rock the Sean John. I went to his restaurant, Justin's, back in the day. Had some decent food. It seemed like they were trying to criticizing the kids for Diddy's kids for coming to court or something like that. I'm saying here, like, why would you criticize that? Says it, Bad Boy sounds zesty. Kevin Johnson says, BMT, I was saying that Diddy should have been hiding out in Asia with his blue gators. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure how that works really. I just know I want to stay around. Like, everything you gotta do with me, you're gonna have to be sending me emails or something. You ain't gonna be able to, I'm not staying in no Brooklyn goddamn jail with no bond. You know what I mean? All right, hold on.
Yeah, facts.
Now go ahead. What you gonna say?
No, I was saying, yeah, facts. But yeah, extradition is like, you got to look for countries that don't have them. And then when they don't have them, then it becomes a whole diplomatic thing. But for the most part, you might not even be able to run operations to, kind of get the suspect into custody. And so America doesn't have that power in a country that they don't have extradition with. And even if they do have extradition, it doesn't mean that the local police will agree to conduct the raid, and make the apprehension. And so,
especially
that's
with
the whole thing.
The type of money that Diddy got, it would be a waste of time, because you just outpay whatever. America ain't gonna offer a whole bunch of money to them like that. They can't.
And
they could. Technically, they could, but they're not. So,
it might not be worth the favors that they have to do in exchange for said, operation. So it's just like, and plus, any country that is doing the exchange, they're going to be smart. They're going to be like, they're going to be like Russia. Like, if you want to trade this girl from the basketball, then give us the merchant of death. And so it's got to be an insane trade for them, for some guy named P. Diddy, because he had some crazy parties. So they're like, all right, cool. We about to get the best terrorists out of jail then if you want them. And so
right. Yeah. Give me the guy who was selling nuclear warheads for,
yeah,
P. Diddy.
for freak offs. Like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, we'll do that all day, every day. That's a dumb exchange. So negative.
Basically.
And definitely the guy who was selling nuclear warheads.
Yeah, they made a whole movie about him. His ass got out. They got to do a part 2 about his ass.
Who's that?
The what they call him? God of War?
Merchant of Death. Yeah, the Merchant of Death. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what the God of War was made about, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Based on
Like
the story about him, yeah.
Motherfucker was selling nuclear submarines and shit.
Yeah, he was selling everything. He was selling slingshots, nuclear warheads, like that ninja. He was trying to sell whatever. Like
the real
he
CP
didn't
show
care.
said the Mann Act was also known as the White Slave Traffic Act of 1910. Exactly. Eric Snowden committed treason and they turned him into a hero. T-Mac, I always hear that name, Edward Snowden, but I never really just looked deeply into what went down with him. Did you know anything about
yeah, he was a contractor, worked for the government, took some secrets from the government, and then aired them out. And they called him a whistleblower. Allegedly, he tried to make it known from within channels. They didn't do it. So then he went on his own channels, extracted the information and then did whatever he did with it because people be like, no, he didn't technically do that. He released it to the public. And then, of course, that's not per protocol. So that was an issue. But he was gone. The ninja bounced.
So wait a minute. He left the States as well?
Yeah, he left. And I think like when he was in transit, like Russia happened to be the place that he was transiting in. It wasn't the place that he was going to choose as a destination. But when his passport got revoked or canceled or whatever they did to it to stop him from, moving about, right? He was in Russia, stuck at the terminal, and then he just kind of stayed there. And Russia was like, okay, you can stay here. We don't hate you. You aired America's dirty laundry out. You can stay here. We got your back. So he just stayed there.
Sometimes you gotta sit back and learn, bro. They're talking about Diddy on suicide watch and stuff. Maybe him being in that little prison wasn't the move for him.
Yeah, if it's valid. But yeah, definitely. Prison ain't dope, especially for somebody like Diddy who used to live as free as he was prior. Ain't nothing fun. Damn that. Talk about a culture shock.
Yeah. I mean, he knew it was coming though. He had to like if I know something coming, what throws me off and other people off mostly is going to be something like surprise. Like I wake up, go about my day, and then some bullshit happen. I end up in jail somewhere. Like that's like a big adjustment. But if I know something coming, I'm like, all right, let me start doing my push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Let me start getting ready. Let me take some Muay Thai classes. I'm about to get ready for war. That's how I would look at it. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I did when I did get locked up for a little short brief period of time.
Yeah.
I just started doing push-ups right away. I was like, I think I'm gonna get locked up tonight, but let me go ahead and start hitting them because you're gonna get into it with somebody, so you might as well just start hitting them.
Yeah, and also too, I'm not quite sure where Russell Simmons was as far as like his life and career and his portfolio mainly. So I don't know if Russell Simmons was more so like exited out of a lot of his positions, meaning he sold his companies, his interests, and moved his money about. And Diddy, I know he's entangled still in a lot of deals. So for him to, run and still be entangled in those real, legitimate businesses, that could be a little bit different. So maybe that could be something. You get what I'm saying? Like Russell Simmons, he might have just been done, like exited. He's basically semi-retired. So he's like, I'm out. My money's in the Caymans. Switzerland and etc. Singapore, I'm good. I'm out. But Diddy, he's still in contracts with, what is it? Comcast with Revolt. He still has partnerships. So he's probably like, oh, well, I can't just run. That would damage everything else.
Okay. So what happened with Russell was Russell resigned from all his businesses in 2017, basically. Oh, resigned from our business.
You just made an exit.
After Lumet said he had sexually violated her at her apartment in 1991. Dixon is among the women featured in the documentary On the Record about allegations against Simmons that was released in 2020. So he just was. So I guess it was more. He didn't have charges. He was getting a lawsuit pending against him, a civil lawsuit, and he just was like, you know what, I'm out.
Yep. Sell, exit, resign, closed all his business, moved capital, and was gone.
Oh, so
Diddy couldn't even do that.
He said the plaintiff said it was a long list of women who have accused Simmons of sexual misconduct in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. We're not going to say all these women were lying, bro, but we all know 80s, 90s, 2000s, bro. You're just not coming up with this. More than likely, they all got together and say, hey, did you sleep with Russell? Oh, yeah, I slept with Russell too. Did you sleep with Russell? Okay, girl, we're going to get a bad. Let's see if we can get a bad from him because he's rich and I'm broke. That's what chilling. Not to say that he didn't have any, nothing to do of one of, maybe a few of them, but I don't know. Like, we just know that's just real funny style. That's real funny style.
Say he didn't because
man, like, come on.
They ain't proven he ain't guilty. So that's just an allegation. So
I mean, 80s, bro, that's 40 years ago. So you waiting 40 years to come out and say that shit? The Americans shouldn't even allow. We all know what they're trying to do. America shouldn't even allow shit like this. Like, we understand that they women, and it's a sensitive thing with women. We love our women, but come on, man, don't let people take advantage of shit of legalities and shit. Don't let them do that, though, man. Come on, bro.
That's what happened when y'all
and they wonder why men are leaving and don't want to work and don't want to participate in the American ecosystem anymore. Like, this is why.
Well, I don't know about that. Ninjas is crazy. I'm still getting my bag. Damn, what the broad doing. But yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're not in America no more, though.
What you mean?
I was saying, a lot of dudes not
want one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, leaving is one thing, but I'm still heavily engaged in American economics and just America.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna get our money.
No, but you also said, like, dudes ain't wanting to get jobs and all that other stuff. So dudes are doing that.
Hold on. What I meant was like an ecosystem, like dating and relationships, and that's what I meant, like the ecosystem.
Ecosystem. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, hell yeah. That should have been a thing.
What's good at your wife's house all day? It was good. BMT, Pastor Bro, App Gang, salute. Chat from John TM, Patty. Gotta love John TM, man. Gotta love John TM, bro. That's where I was at right before I left Thailand.
Yeah, great place.
Somebody said Russell got me too.
No, got a me too.
Oh, got a me too. Okay, got a me too.
That would be funny though.
Hey, no, man, them lawyers are something else, bro. Them lawyers are something else. It's almost just like they sit there and they put on the board. You know what I'm saying? Like, who got money? Okay, we know it's somebody like saying, like, you know what? I partied with Russell. I've seen Russell take 2-3 girls into the bedroom with him. You see what I'm saying? It's like, let's see if we can put something together. The suit is like some type of lawsuit together, get some money up out of him. It seems like it's that type of situation.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay, hold on. Kirby Film. Shout out my man Kirby Film. $2 super chat. Says, gentlemen, I disagree. Look up the guy who owns Crazy Eddie's story. He robbed investors and laundered money and left the U.S. and the government put a task force together and tricked him and got him out of Israel.
What do you disagree with?
No, he was saying that American agencies won't go get people.
I didn't say they won't. I said that they have to do all these extra things. They can't just go get him. Now we got to see the details of this guy's case. Got him out of Israel.
Yeah.
We got to see the details. But what I'm saying is the operation. I worked over embassies for about half a decade. Oh no, a decade. So I know how the operations go. Like you can't just go out there and be like task force in China, dojo chop, American.
Like, yeah. So they don't work like that, huh?
Like, nah, bro.
Okay.
You gotta get it approved. Even in the death of merchant, they didn't catch him like that. They caught him, had an agreement with Thailand. Thailand made the agreement. They made the operation. Thailand led the operation. They put him in custody. And then still, for a year plus, he was tied in litigation because Russia was trying to get him. So Thailand was like,
oh, so he was arrested in Thailand.
Yeah,
he was in Thailand.
Not too far from the embassy, ninja.
What?
Yeah, he was thirsty for the money. And so they were able to get him here. And then it was a place where he didn't need a visa. So he was like, all right, cool. I know it's a little risk, but okay, idiot. And then he came here. And then, of course, again, Thais led the task force, arrested him, did the perp walk, took the photos. And then for the next year, plus they had to litigate it because Russia stepped in and said, hey, he's our citizen, bring him back to our country. And so even then, it was an American and Thai, operation. Still, they couldn't get him out the country for another year plus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a process, man. Because it's a sovereign country. You can't just roll up in there and dojo chop ninjas. Like, you can't be like Chris Tucker at Rush Hour 3 talking about LAPD. Like, why you in China? Like, that don't work. Like, you ain't got no jurisdiction.
Right. Hold on. So let me put my man up.
You be like LAPD. Like, LAPD. What? We in China.
So this is my man right here. Okay.
Yeah. That's what we traded for the basketball player.
Boy, we something else, bro. We are something else.
That dude was on the plane like, really? Yeah, he was happy. Like, yeah.
This man is responsible for how many deaths? Especially in Africa?
A couple
thousand. Shit, he giving third world countries over there in Africa civil wars and guerrilla wars, giving them guns and stuff. We seen the movie. We seen the movie.
Africans who did it, But yeah, man, interesting.
So they said the trial of the merchant of death could be another serious blow for U.S. and Russia relations. That's crazy. One dude. But to have us fight World War III and shit.
See? So it ain't that easy.
Look at her.
Hey, I know she was happy though. She like, I get to get the heck about me.
Man, she was
dumb happy. And it was all over some weed. That's funny, man.
You can't do nothing but laugh at it, man.
Hey, yeah, man. And keep doing what you doing. And don't bring weed to weed to Russia. Just learn it. There's a lesson to be learned.
Right.
Medicinal or otherwise. Go ahead.
Well, hold on. What you said now?
I said medicinal or otherwise. She was like, no, it's for a medical purpose. Nah, I just don't do it.
Bro, you know what, man? It was crazy, bro. And they might be a child. I don't know. But I know dudes that still be bringing the herbs in. I'd be like, why, bro? Like, it's not even that serious, but they still be
that serious.
They still be bringing the herbs, especially in Thailand now where it's legal.
Yeah, like crazy.
East Oakland says, as a Dominican woman living in California with 2 sons, dealing with the average American woman is not just a hassle and headache. Get your passport, fellas. Is that your picture? Is that your picture, East Oakland? Or that's like just a little photo? Okay, we gotta bring you on the show. Shout out to Sardo. Just according to Judge Joe Brown, he got the dude from the bad dude from The Golden Child. Says according to Judge Joe Brown, the Mann Act has only been used on brothers. So while your guest doesn't think along those paradigms, they certainly do. O2O. They came at you, bro. They came at you. What you got to say?
Okay, Ninja. Okay.
Yeah, you know.
I ain't got that to say, man. People always gonna say something like that. I know how they think. I know how everybody think. I stay frosty. Come get it. And if I get locked up and I get caught, that's life. You know, everybody go through obstacles, bro. Obstacles to opportunity. Obstacles to obstacles. Let's get it.
Okay. Shout out to Al
Bro,
Travis.
I'm different, bro. You know what I'm saying? We out here, bro. I'm Dr. Amos Wilson. Remember who y'all talking to, man.
I mean,
don't care
if you
about
want
that.
some smoke, I can drop a link, but they ain't gonna pull up. So it don't matter.
He ain't gonna
Yeah.
pull up.
They ain't gonna pull up. They're gonna pull out not cammed up,
not cammed out.
Talking ish.
Not cammed up. You know what I'm saying? Shirt looking all wrinkled. Let me see.
Somebody say it's my photo BMT. Okay, East Oakland. Yeah, we gotta do a show. Hit me on the email, blackmentravels@gmail. Matter of fact, let me put that in the chat. blackmentravels@gmail. No, I'm gonna do a show, man. It's good to hear things.
Friendly, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to hear things from a female perspective sometimes, man.
Well, friendly. The rest of them, no. I'd rather be arguing on no podcast for 8 hours.
At your wife's house all day says, if you listen to the Last Train to Paris album, bro, who the hell listened to that album? But anyway, if you listen to the Last Train to Paris album by Diddy and Dirty Money, he mentions a lot of countries on the album he has houses in. Why he's back stateside just makes no sense. I never even want to look at that damn album from Diddy no more. I wouldn't even look at that no more. T-Mac says, I might be playing dominoes with Asada Shakur if I got falsely accused. Hey, you will be surprised, man. Well, I know you know this, T-Mac. You've been around, so you know this, but you will be surprised how you could be in Brazil somewhere and see, you know, some of our heroes on murals and paintings and you know, I'm not gonna say billboards, but you see them in some of these black neighborhoods, some of these barrios and favelas. You'll see a picture of Asada Shakur, you know, hanging from the rafters or something like that. You'll see Malcolm X. You'll see even Martin Luther King and some of these other Afro countries. Or you know, so you'll be surprised, man. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised. It's a beautiful thing. That's why I like living in South America and everything. I like it, man. I like living in Asia as well. You know, the only thing I say about Asia, O2O, is that no. After a while, it's just a personal thing. After a while, I just be like, I've had my moments, and you might not care. You know, a lot of you guys don't care, but I've had my moments where I'd be like, damn, I'm the only black person. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
And I'll just be like, I don't know if it's a good thing, but you know, it's because they're gonna have to look at you. They're gonna look at you for sure. It's not an uncomfortableness though. Like I'm not uncomfortable in Asia being the only black person around. Like it doesn't make me uncomfortable because I feel like we're definitely tolerated. Like they don't really be tripping at all. But maybe I'm one of them people that do like blending in a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like I do like to blend in. Like when I walk around here, they just think I'm a Dominican basically. Like they don't really know anything. They don't even look my way, say my way, anything. So
yeah, I get it. I lived in South Africa, I lived in Kenya, I got a property in Tanzania. I get it. When I go those places, I just blend in.
Okay, so why did you choose Thailand, brother? Like why you not back in the motherland, my brother? I'm gonna play devil's advocate now.
I've been there.
I know I'm just messing with you.
I lived there. It's dope. I mean, the infrastructure, I don't like that too much. But net at the end of the day, I've been there. I spent time there. And I get what you're saying. When I was there, I felt like nothing. I just felt like it's the first time, especially being as an American, you know, the whole country's white. So at the end of the day, when you get in Africa, you'd be like, damn, really? Like, I know, you know, a lot of black Americans, you've never been in a country where everybody's black. Like, never. And for other people, meaning other cultures, that's almost normal to them. And so net, it was a good experience. I liked it. It was cool. It was calm.
Bro, it was funny you say that because when I was walking to the gym today, I just thought about it. I said, man, I wonder how it feels to be like in an all black country surrounded by all black people because I've never experienced that before.
Funny.
Atlanta is very black though, but you're still
a
lot of white people too.
In the whole state too. Like it's totally different than the rest of the cities and stuff. But it's interesting. It's super funny because then you'll see like a white guy get on the bus and you'll be like token white guy instead of the token black guy. So it's a real different thing.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay, so you don't have a specific reason to why you chose to live in Thailand over why you chose not to live in Africa?
No, I told you the infrastructure. The infrastructure is one big thing. And people could cap like, nah, it's the same. That's cap. It's not. And
so
then
like Nairobi is not the same as like,
no.
It's not?
Heck no. What? Heck no. Especially if I could just go to the hospital and beat everybody on that. Like the hospital quality of medical care is vastly different. And it's definitely top supreme class A. In Nairobi, even if you go private to the Indian-owned hospital, it's still like class C. They got a good government one that's pretty good, and then I went there, so that was a class B. But medical service and then infrastructure, and remember I told you I like to do all these things like tennis, golf, and all this other stuff. It's readily available. Those facilities and amenities are built out way more out here than they are in Africa.
Okay.
And the traffic, oh my gosh. Oof. Nairobi's traffic, that's a killer. But Bangkok that's why I don't live Bangkok neither. But it's different for sure. And the begging kids and stuff like that. It's a lot of hurt out there. So it's good in a lot of ways, but also they have a lot of things that they need to get into wraps, and they know that. But it is a peaceful place for the most part.
Okay. Good point.
South Africa.
Oh, I've been hearing good things about South. Oh, I've been hearing good things about South Africa though, as far as the infrastructure.
Yeah, infrastructure is the best infrastructure in Africa. Majority of the paved roads in Africa are in South Africa, right? And it's not a lot of paved roads in Africa. But most of them, 80% of it is all in South Africa. That's how developed it is in comparison to the rest of Africa. Rwanda is also good. They came up quite well for themselves, working with the Chinese and building out infrastructure for themselves. The places, especially South Africa, man, people are cool. Got to watch out for the crime. The violence is a little bit ridiculous, but it's like Brazil level, but it's calm. Gotta stay frosty.
You gotta stay, hey, bro. Keep on saying that. I'm gonna make a T-shirt on your hand.
Yeah, for real. And the goddamn, you gotta stay so frosty when you actually get a home loan. The home has to have an electrical wired fence on it for you to get loan from the bank because it has to protect you from home robberies in South Africa.
Okay, so like you talking about Johannesburg or what
city?
Yeah,
Johannesburg, Cape Town, but the qualifications for the loan is for it to have that level of security. Okay,
so let's talk about that real quick. Is it easy for Americans to get home loans out there from African
South
banks?
Africa, they show love. Yeah, like it's 50%.
Oh, okay. No, go ahead.
So it's 50%. It's 50%. So let's say 100K property. You put down 50%, and then they finance the other 50%, and you don't even need to have a residency. This could be you just as a tourist visa. You don't have to solidify some type of residency or some type of permanent job like most countries require. And you can own freehold, so it's no crazy lease nonsense or, some Thai stuff where it's like 51% is for Thais and 49% is for foreigners. It's just equitable and equal. You can enjoy the market. And then they also have like development projects where you could pay even less, like 25%. And then they'll finance the 50%. And then over the time where the project's being built out, you pay installments. So South Africa is really calm like that. I used to look at it buying a safari in South Africa.
Okay. So that's dope too. But so the African bank is going to finance the other 50%?
Yeah, African bank. Yep, South
And
African bank.
you have to have a passport, or what I mean is what type of credit score are they looking at? Your American credit score? What are they
They're
looking
not
at?
even looking at your credit score. So they'll just look 50. Well, think about this, right? If you run in and give them 50%, right? And then you can't pay it the next day, they have the house in the 50% you gave them. So like they just made a profit. You get what I'm saying? Because the house is worth more and you didn't pay back 50%. Plus they can go back to the government and get like, tax deductions for you defaulted on your loan. So it puts them in a good position. So they're not in a bad position if they get the house and stuff like that. They could sell it back on the market for its full value, 100,000. And remember, you gave them 50,000 already.
Mm-hmm.
So they made 50 bags, 100,000 bags. So they're winning. So the banks don't really lose that way, but 50% is a quite large down payment. So that's the skin in the game. So when it comes down to, credit scores, they can ask for it. Some different lenders do and some don't. But the good thing about it is there's a point in between. Like you don't have to go directly to the bank. There are loan brokers that you go to the company, they're called OBA. And you go to that company, and the name might be different, might got the name wrong. But they get all your information, help you as a foreigner to find you the most friendly banks in South Africa that give loans to foreigners. And basically, it's an easy process. You handle your paperwork, and she gets the rest done. Then you go shopping for a house.
And what's like the average price? I don't say average price, but like some of the prices that you've seen.
Man, I seen some dope properties, man. Like I was looking at some crazy joints. I was about to be living like a king in South Africa. But back then that was around like maybe I would say prior to the pandemic. So, all property everywhere went up after that. But net properties I was looking around was like 300,000 and they were like 5 bedrooms with its own land. And it was in the best area because I only looked like in Rosebank and the uppity areas. I wasn't looking in those shady areas. And when I went to like, let's say kind of like a shady area, but not technically, I'm talking like a mansion for 100,000. It was like on a golf course, but around the golf course, there was a little bit of problems and crime. But in the great areas, wasn't much, man. 300,000, stuff like that.
So when you say crime, are these like petty crimes, like here in DR, where they like robbing you? Not necessarily killing you, not to say it's even better, but I'm just saying, like, is it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. How robbery, stealing phones, stealing your wallet, stuff like that. No, not dipping you in acid and hanging you from bridge. Like nothing crazy, like you'll see in Venezuela or something like.
Okay, no drugging, no drugging and robbing and all that dumb shit.
Yeah, not that I know of. Not that I know of. There was no schemes like that back when I was there. You never know after the pandemic, but no, not that I heard of.
Okay. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man Brendan Clark in the building, man. It says wow, 50%. That's good.
Yeah, super good.
Shout out to T-Mac in Colombia on the pre-construction to give foreigners the same rights as locals, contractors, the down payment, and banks give credit if you complete the down payment agreement.
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty good. I know some guys who got apartments in Colombia. I have 5 Colombian bank accounts. Soon our business accounts, and it's even faster and easier to get credit if you follow their plan given by a personal banker. Yeah, I need to get situated out there too. Passport bros need to start thinking residency instead of tourists. Time to evolve, fellas. Austin is now a resident of Kenya. Big win for that young man. Man, damn Austin. I'm just fucking.
I was like, damn.
Nah, shout out my man Austin, man. Dust is Karma. Kim Porter's book connects the dots and Pot's song Against All Odds make more sense. I gotta look that up.
Interesting.
Somebody said, BMT, are you trading DR for Colombia right now? Currently, yeah. Currently, yes, I am, man.
They're racially ambiguous.
Not really. They pretty much Afro out here, bro. Like
I know, I'm joking. I just wanted to throw a joke in there.
Oh yeah, but they right though. Well, bro, it's been a good show, man. Gonna hold you too much longer. I know it's football Sunday, and I gotta get ready, prepared for the Super Bowl Falcons to be coming on later on tonight. You dig?
The worst team in the galaxy.
Boy, stop it, player. Stop
Who
it, man.
even get hyped with a name like Falcons, man? Come on, boy. And
bro,
then in
it's
a city like
hold
Atlanta.
on, it's better than the Ravens. The Ravens, what you want to you know, you want to write some poetry or something.
First of all, when is the last time Atlanta won something?
We won the championship in soccer like last year or something like that.
In soccer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wait, we talking about football though, right?
Football, we was cheated out of a Super Bowl, sir. We was cheated. Unfortunately, we played against the conspiracists, patriots that somehow
you sound like the people accusing Diddy, man. Come on, man. Stop.
Somehow they went into the locker room at halftime and did some type of finazzle. You know, so that's unfortunately why we didn't win our Super Bowl like we were supposed to, but it is.
Okay. But hey, man, also next time we have a channel, man, any brother who wants smoke, I can definitely answer that call. So no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we got brothers coming in now, man. But we like I said, we've been at it for a minute. They had their time to come up.
Yeah, and it's like 1:30 or something over here. 2 in the morning.
That's what I'm saying. You know, see, this is the thing about Passport Bros, man. We be in different time zones, brother. So we got to be, you know, cognizant of guys, you know, time. You know, it'd be like 4, 5 in the morning, you know, stuff like that. So you gotta be cognizant of that, man. But anyways, bro, appreciate you coming on, brother.
No
all right,
problem.
man. Peace.
I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
All right, for sure. Peace.